Not at all?
No, they were just mumbled voices.
Was there somebody walking around?
I'm not crazy.
Did you hear the footsteps? It could have been Jesus. I hear he walks right next door or something. His footprints are yours or something, right?
Probably.
There's 2 sets of footprints in the sand.
What?
One is you, and one is Jesus.
Okay. Well, that is the intro to episode, Jack.
76.
Wow.
It's right. Wow.
I got it wrong last time. So
you did.
I actually
And
had
did you
to
keep
make sure
saying that the whole episode?
No, but it was funny because it was with Spiller, his friend, and I was like, episode, and Jack said 76, and Spiller's like, 75, and I was like, it's 75?
Wow.
Yeah,
like,
as if I'm not in like 60...
60-ish episodes of
very
this.
rude.
Okay.
Played myself.
So it is episode 76 of Killer Reactions with me, your host, Jasmine.
It sounded like you weren't going to say it.
I was going to say it.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah. You guys
me.
Okay. Like, did you want me to introduce yourself?
And me. No, wait. I want you to introduce me.
And Jack.
Yes. Thanks.
That was a good one.
It was pretty good, actually.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to be introducing myself ever
Yeah.
again. I recommend
it was too smooth.
Next time, I recommend you let her do it.
In my writer, I have you actually introducing me in every episode. It needs to happen. Okay, anyways, we are going to take a shot. So everybody, I know you're listening at 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning.
So pull out your secret flasks.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
your not so secret flask.
Exactly.
Cheers to
Cheers.
episode 76.
Yeah.
To 76.
Get your Capri Sun ready.
Yeah.
Wow, that's on sale whiskey. It's actually not that bad for on sale whiskey.
Oh, it's still a little bit of an aftertaste. Yeah, just keep drinking it.
Comment if you want us to drink another shot. That's how this works, right?
Yep.
This is live.
And then once we see it Wednesday at whatever point in time, we all just take a shot.
Try to wait until noon.
The noon shots are the best. Okay. So this week, I actually wrote 8 pages of notes, guys.
Whoa.
I don't feel like it's going to be that, long, but it's 8 pages.
If you
We'll
talk
see.
really slow.
Is it double spaced?
I mean, no.
Did you
But it's
change
double-
the margins?
Did you indent?
Did you indent?
Well, yes. There's always indent.
Did you indent a lot though?
Yeah, because it's the little 1A,
Yeah, but-
I. Is it I?
E-I-O-U? You're talking about the
No, the list.
the
It was
vowels.
1A and then like
A-E-I-O-U.
the Roman numeral
And
one.
sometimes Y.
Oh, yeah.
Is it I? Did you say I?
Yeah. You can
I
also say
still say
one.
one.
One?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one.
Sorry!
Just looks like
It
9
stands
ounce.
for, yeah.
Dumb bitch. It's a one.
They don't call it Super Bowl XIV or whatever.
Yeah. Wait.
Fuck you.
I don't think they do it.
Why are we attacking my note?
You have
shit?
okay. Well, the thing
Fuck.
is, you have Greek letters on your fucking shirt,
Yeah.
so we're gonna give you shit.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh, wow,
I didn't
yeah.
even notice
Yes.
And it's in the name Roman numerals? Anyway.
And I graduated with a master's
What?
degree.
Yes. She's very smart and very pretty.
Wow. Okay.
Best host
Yes.
is what some would say, but we would just say you're very pretty.
That's literally my grandma when she saw my painting.
You're so
She's
pretty.
Was it
like,
bad?
I didn't think it was bad.
She
She's
didn't,
like,
but she didn't say it was bad.
she's
Oh, okay.
no, she just said, you're really pretty.
You're like, thank you. I'm also an artist.
Yeah. Can you see my art, Grandma?
She's like,
You're so pretty.
yeah. Anyway.
Oh, Grandma. Okay. Anyways, this week, did I even say the name? No.
No.
Killer Reactions.
I said that already.
76.
This will
Murder.
be Alfred G. Packer.
Okay. Should
Sounds familiar.
I'm gonna let you. Ooh, you might know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you stew on what he'll look like, and I'll show you at the end.
Okay.
I already know what he looks like.
Familiar to you as well?
No,
Familiar?
not at
Do you
all.
know? Have you researched this as well?
Not at all. It's Theodore Roosevelt. I know it. It's Teddy. It's Teddy.
No, it's not. So Alfred was born in 1842
Good year.
in Pennsylvania.
Not a good year.
Whoa.
A bad year even.
Probably. He learned the cobbler trade.
Definitely.
And then the Civil War broke out.
19 years later.
No! And they destroyed all the cobble streets.
I think he cobbler's shoes.
I'm pretty cute.
Oh, and they couldn't use the shoes. No, they couldn't use the shoes on the street. I get that.
I'm done. They destroyed the street.
The war.
Yeah, the war was rough on the cobble industry.
It was.
Oh my god.
But it was. Many
Okay,
roads
so
we could
that's
destroy.
shoemaking.
Or it could be baking, right?
Oh yeah.
Cobbler, that's a dessert.
He
a
specifically
dessert maker.
only works on cobbler.
Thank you.
He does all of those things.
Peach, cherry, apple.
Stone.
Can you make a key lime? No.
I can't cobble that.
This is so stupid.
Literally, we're on the first line of my notes.
Okay,
but
anyway.
So he's a cobbler. Wait, is he a dessert then?
Shut up. Okay. Anyways, he enlisted in the Civil War in the
At the age of 19?
Whoa.
Or 20? Because you said 1940 something. And
What the year
1961 is
that
when it
broke
started.
out? Whenever the
okay.
Civil
So
War.
I think, he was 19 or 20.
Yeah, something like that.
A young...
So he enlisted in the 16th U.S. Infantry in Winona, Minnesota. Less than a year later, though, he got out because of epilepsy.
Wait, Minnesota was the north. Am I wrong, or was that the south?
No, I think that's the north. I would say.
I would say no.
I don't know my geography. I'm actually really, really bad at geography.
That's good to know, but nobody else cares.
No, I think people should know.
That I can't picture it right now.
Yeah, so if you guys are picturing Minnesota, just know that some people can't.
Yeah, exactly. Inclusion.
Equality.
You're welcome. I'm fighting for a freer tomorrow.
Okay. Then in June 1863, so when he was 21 years old, he enlisted in the 8th Regiment in the Iowa Cavalry, but then he also got discharged for epilepsy.
Why did he rejoin when they were just like, I feel like that's cured now?
The vetting process, regardless, the vetting process was not great.
Yeah.
And he got in and they were like, wait a minute.
They were like,
There's something about you.
I can't put
It's the epilepsy.
Then in 1873, when he was 31 years old, Alfred and a pack of 20 others left Utah for Breckenridge, Colorado, which was
when did he even
the
get
gold
to
rush?
Utah? He's like, Minnesota,
Guys.
Iowa,
No. I'm
Guys,
gonna
do
try
I
to
have
join
a
the
whole
war.
timeline on his life? No.
Well, the Civil War was
I
over
don't.
at that point,
Yeah,
so he's
true.
sitting there like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Exactly.
Go to Utah,
Yeah,
I
he's like,
guess.
go west, I guess.
Utah.
Go west.
That's
Yes.
what everyone else is doing.
So, exactly, for gold.
The gold.
True.
So, in January of 1874, he met...
Gold.
Okay, so the pack started in Utah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they started going, and then in
The pack, I'm sorry, is that what we call 20 men and women?
they called it a party, and I didn't like that.
I
Oh,
like
wow.
that. A party.
That's because you fucking do D&D.
It's very
Shut the
Dungeons-
fuck up.
it's
It's
very
literally
Dungeons and
what you
Dragons.
call
It's
that.
very much. It is a party.
It's very fantasy. It's exciting, you know. It's like the Oregon Trail.
Literally, it said party, so I put pack in every time it said
okay.
party.
But they're not wolves. Is it just me? They're
Are
not. They're not gum.
So they got to a part of Colorado, and they met at this place, and there was a guy, Chief Ouray.
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 Yeah, that's what I
Ouray.
think.
Ouray?
Ouray.
Okay, Chief Ouray was there and was like, bros, you guys should not keep going because it is shitty. No, like the mountains are like, you cannot pass right now. Like you should wait, like
Trust me.
till spring or whatever, you know.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna die.
For the snow.
Right.
And they're like, you're gonna get into dangerous weather up there. But despite this,
was that a quote that you just did?
Yeah, for sure. They're
Okay.
like, he's like, bro. In 1874.
Yeah. They found a papyrus.
It was carved into stone.
And
Sorry.
he said, bro.
I think we should take another shot. But I'm gonna keep going. Despite this advice, Alfred
You can pour them.
and
but we don't
other
need to do
bros, 5 others,
Another bro.
started their way towards the other part of Colorado.
Okay.
And these people were Shannon Bell, James Humphrey, Frank Miller, who was known as the Butcher,
it. Sounds about
What?
right.
George
Yeah.
Noon, known as California, like George California Noon. And then
Facebook before Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, if there was Facebook, he would have been called George California.
True.
He would
George
have been George Cali.
George Cali.
The GC, bruh.
Yeah.
Would have been those sunglasses that don't actually have like the glass; they just have the little tints over, not the tints, the little shades.
Okay, I'm just gonna put out now. Sorry to all the victims, because we're being very.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, there are
Gabby's voice.
But we haven't heard about any victims yet, though.
Yeah.
No.
We're still okay right
Okay.
Yeah, we're still
Guys.
talking about how this guy's just living his life.
I think
with
we
his
know
cat.
where we're headed towards. You know,
What is
this
this
It's
called?
a killer
again?
reaction.
Killer reaction.
Is this about murder?
Wait, but can't it just be us reacting like really well? We react really well. Those are the killer reactions. It doesn't have to be
Oh, yeah,
to a
true.
killer. If we're
Double
really
entendre.
good about it,
You should back up.
I can't. See?
Breaks the
break.
fucking remote.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and then Israel Swan was the last one. They packed a 10-day food supply for the trip, but they only thought it was like 40 miles, but it was apparently like 75, 80 miles.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's really awkward when you plan. You're like, you know,
No,
let's throw in
they
for
were
another
just-
10 miles just in case, and they're really wrong.
Really
I
odd.
wonder if they had horses or if they were just
No.
trying to walk.
Well-
Oh my gosh.
The Oregon Trail, they even had horses.
Do you remember doing that in fucking
You
like
can eat the
6th
horses
grade?
at some point.
What?
The Oregon Trail thing?
Yes. Well,
Like,
when
you
we
had to
went, like,
survive?
Adventure. Well, we did Adventure Ed, and it was all about like. Dude, mine just right there. I'm scared.
For Idaho.
But
For
it was
Idaho.
all about like survival. We made candles. We did all this, but we slept in like a regular building. So I'm like.
No, we
We
like
didn't survive
for
at all.
us it was 5th grade and
Yeah.
it was a online thing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so it was
No.
like you had a group, like you had however many in your group and you
Yeah.
had the amount of money, whatever, you know, you like took like we had like you had to figure out what you're gonna take, like what you can take, and like if you can survive like throughout the thing. No, am I?
No, that's
That's so
real.
funny.
And then
And
it's
that was
like
online?
hey,
Yeah.
8 to 10-year-olds, figure out how to make your group not die of
Literally.
disease
Yeah. What?
or
Yeah.
Oh
dysentery.
my gosh,
or-
no.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was online and
It's
it
so
was like
dumb.
yeah.
It would have been so fun, like late high school.
Yes,
Oh my
Because
yeah.
you would have been
gosh.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
fucking 5th grade, I was like, am I gonna die
Yeah.
No.
living?
Only
No,
an
like,
Oregon
death is a part
Trail.
of life.
Yeah, like we gotta teach him young.
Yeah.
Along the road
On the
of
road
the
again.
1800s.
Yeah, like what?
Okay, guys,
No.
we're only on page 2. Let's
Okay.
get
Out
together.
of 8.
78 mile or 80 miles.
Yes.
They fucked
About
up.
2 months since the pack left. There.
The pack.
Sorry, I know. I was like, it sounds weird now that
They're
I'm
a
reading
party.
it.
A group. Call them a group.
So there's 2 versions.
Virgins.
Either some
Virgins.
prospectors came and asked about these, like, the group of 6 people, and they're like, where the fuck are they? Like, they should have been here by now.
Oh,
Since,
okay.
like, the original people that got, like, you know, the
Yeah.
pack of 21, I think I said.
Mhm.
Or the more popular story is that Alfred showed up alone at this, it's called Los Pinos Indian Agency near Gunnison, Colorado. And some witnesses say they saw him in a nearby town a week before this as well. And that he weirdly arrived and had several wallets and took out like rolls of money.
Oh my gosh.
And even though he had complained for not eating for over a day, he asked for no food and he just wanted some whiskey. Is that a perfect transition into our second whiskey shot? Oh. You didn't get her a Capri Sun?
No, I'll get it.
We'll pause.
It's not fruit punch, right?
Are we judging that I like fruit punch Capri Sun?
No, I mean, is that your favorite?
I don't know. I haven't had any other ones in a while.
Pacific Cooler is pretty decent.
See, that's what I thought I liked more than fruit
that
punch.
one's delicious.
Okay, I'll try that one next.
Or the wild cherry and Pacific Cooler are my favorite.
See, that one too. I was like, do I like this one? Because I feel like I do. But like fruit punch, I'm like, I know I like fruit punch. You know,
just in general.
Yeah. I hope you know we're back on just talking about Capri Suns.
Yeah.
So comment your favorite Capri Sun, guys.
Exactly.
All of
I smelled it. Sorry, I smelled it.
Why would you smell the shot?
We got this on sale. It was $17.99.
Yeah.
You don't want to smell it.
You don't want to smell it.
Yeah, regardless of what it cost before, don't smell it.
Yeah. Oh, and we like poured it out, and it was like the lightest whiskey we've
it is
drank.
really light.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was tequila.
Yep,
Oh,
it does.
yeah.
It looks like tequila, but
I
guess
guess.
what? It's not.
I couldn't do tequila though, honestly. Didn't we drink tequila for my birthday?
Smart.
Did we?
Yeah. I think
should've.
Danny bought us tequila shots.
Oh, yeah, when we were out and
Yeah.
I've discovered that I think tequila is when I get the like really nasty throw up if I end up throwing up.
Yeah.
But tequila's the best for
Same.
hangovers if you
Is it
don't
really?
throw up because there's not as much.
I mean, you were like,
Because sometimes
we got
it's
past
just
that point.
your body is just like, I've thrown up. I feel like trash. But if you don't throw up, tequila is one of the better ones. Because there's something about it. Maybe it's the sugar
I feel like
content
Gabby and
or
I
something.
just try every time. We don't get drunk too often, so every time we do want to get drunk, we're
Drink
just
a
like,
bottle of tequila.
get drunk! And then we're like, why'd you do that, girl? You can't handle that.
Your hangover has the same voice. But
Yeah,
it's twice as loud.
Exactly.
You were drunk!
Okay, so I said whiskey. Everyone take out your whiskey / whatever shots.
Shot number 2.
Shot number 2.
Take out your moonshine if you have to.
Oh, God.
Ew.
Take out your little jugs with the 3
Okay.
X's on
What?
them.
Pa arriba, pa abajo,
Abajo,
al centro, pa dentro.
Sorry if we actually just got you wasted at 9 a.m. because you're just taking your second shot. Also, you might have to go to the bathroom soon because you now drank your second Capri Sun. I'm sure everyone's doing the same
Gabby.
thing we are.
Oh my gosh.
Fruit punch apparently is not the best, guys. Just FYI. If you wanted to know.
Sorry if you commented that fruit punch is the best. You're wrong, apparently.
Yeah, you are. I feel bad for you.
Sorry, not sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. I know we're not doing this live, but why did we just lose a viewer?
Shut the
What
fuck
the
up.
fuck? Someone's pissed.
This
Okay.
person has left the chat.
Yeah. No one is no. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. Okay. Whiskey. Alfred mentioned that he had hurt his leg and had fallen behind his group and wasn't sure where they were. That he was like, whoa, I thought they'd be here before me.
Yeah.
I fell behind. Crazy.
He dropped his wallet too, and I just
All of the wallets.
Which one?
All the wallets just.
All of them.
So no one has seen any other person in his group. And just everyone thought, obviously, with all the wallets, that Alfred just took their shit.
Why would you get rid of the wallets? I don't get it.
I know.
Yeah, why would you just pull each one
How
out?
thick was that money?
But
that
then-
Oh.
They all
I
showed
like
up.
it. Thank you.
They all showed up 12 years later.
An Indian
The
guide
same age as
was
Same age.
walking along the
Oh,
trail
Netflix.
and found strips of meat. And it turned out to be human.
He wasn't
How did he
hungry.
know that? Like,
I feel like you know if you're like a hunter type person, like you deal with like all types of meat. You're like,
he took a bite and went.
He's like, this is not.
Back in the day when I was 12, my father said, you need to taste this human meat so you'll know when you're dealing with a psychopath.
Wow.
That's how it works in the old West.
Yeah.
in the 1870s.
Yeah, that's cowboy country, mother.
All right.
People eating people. That's it.
So, Alfred confesses.
What?
In May of 1874 when he was 32.
That is so dumb.
The witness of the meat person who's like this.
I just want you to know we're on page 3 of 8.
This is a wild story.
And someone's already made it down. Wild Wild West, I agree. Very well.
So, this is his little confession.
Little?
Old man... Tina, can you relax?
No.
Bro?
Never.
Babe, pet her so she can relax. Oh.
Never.
She's crazy. Old man Swan died first, and he was eaten by the other 5 persons about 10 days out from camp.
Oh.
4 or 5 days afterwards.
Wait, died of... Okay.
He's just saying, this is him just talking.
Like, we ate him.
Humphrey died and was also eaten. He had about $133. I found the pocketbook and took the money. Sometime afterwards, while I was carrying wood, the butcher was killed as the other 2 told me accidentally, and he was eaten. Bell shot California with Swan's gun, and I killed Bell. Shot him, covered up the remains, and took a large piece along. Then traveled 14 days into the agency. Bell wanted to kill me, struck at me with his rifle, struck a tree, and broke his gun. That's what he fucking said. I don't know if that's, like, exact, but, you know.
Honestly,
do your own research, everybody.
Why did he confess, though?
Because literally, it was like, we found some human meat that was cooked. We also found that you have wallets of these people who you're supposed to have showed up with.
Like, weird coincidence. Like,
I don't know how this happened.
Yeah.
Couldn't have come up with anything. Could have just thrown away the fucking wallets and had all the money. But like,
Yeah.
no, I'm a baller.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone died along the way for every other reason.
For the bodies of the 5 killed. Alfred led them to where he thought they were, but no bodies were found. The police did not believe him, so he was arrested on suspicion of murder. Saying like they were not killed like along the way.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, okay. Anyways.
Also, it's real sad when you're like 10 days out and like you could survive without food for like a month. So it's like apparently they all started killing each other about 10 days out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they would have been fine. So
in August of 1874, John Randolph, who was from Harper's Weekly magazine, was sent out to Colorado, and he made the horrific discovery of 5 sets of human remains near the bank of the Lake Fork of the Gunnison River. He knew at once that these were the 5 people that were from Alfred's pack, because it was so fucking prominent that they were like, we know this story, like, and nobody has found the remains, like, these fucking have to be the remains of these people.
Oh my gosh.
There were torn pieces of clothing and blankets, and also shreds of flesh. Weather and animals clearly did some damage on all of this, but their feet, you can still tell their feet were bound with a torn blanket. There were no shoes, cooking utensils, or guns around them. And the bodies were ravaged. 1 set of remains was missing the head. 2 had pieces of flesh cut out from the breast and from the thigh. Yeah. And 1 had, I guess, seemed to put up a fight. I don't know what that means in remains.
Didn't he say, like, oh, these people died, this guy died first, and then you would assume they, like, kept traveling after that point, but they're all together, so he clearly just murdered everyone?
This guy, that guy murdered that guy, that guy murdered everyone. Exactly. What, you didn't murder anyone? No, I'm lucky as hell.
Exactly.
I murdered the last one.
Exactly.
they were trying to murder me.
Yes,
so.
and at that point, it was, it's self-defense.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you guys want to tell the story now?
Yes, okay, so the next 4 pages.
So then they were like, sentenced to death!
And guess what? He was. That was it. That's the whole story.
This guy spent
Pretty
some
clean.
time sketching the site, and apparently, I read it as if like this guy literally went to the site, sat there with his sketchbook, and literally sketched it.
Yeah.
Then went and told police.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like,
weird.
I guess maybe if it's like a real trek
I
out
need
there.
proof.
Yeah.
Look.
I don't know. Like.
This is a drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
It's a drawing of what I saw. Oh, god damn it.
Like,
We gotta get out there.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. This is proof.
So the coroner, W.F. Ryan, went to the site with 20 other men for an inquest. Unfortunately,
the bodies are gone.
nothing was written down
Oh.
of what they did or saw.
Yeah.
Or
Ever.
nothing was documented.
And they all got
They were like, I don't remember it.
Yep.
They come,
I got a good mind.
they come back and they're like, we are doing the law. And they're like, do you have any proof? And it's like, well, we saw it. And it's like,
Okay.
well, now we have to go and look at it too.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So he made sure that witnesses for the trial had a good look at everything. I don't know. Exactly.
This is the third or
It
fourth
was look at
trip.
the drawing.
No, at
Look
the
at the
actual
straw.
site.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Then
trips
they
to
buried
this
the
place?
bodies together
Just bring
on a
the bodies
grave
back.
on a high bluff overlooking the spot that they were found, and individual slabs were
Do we think that's
were
what they
memorialized.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
feel
just
like
like
that's
the
what they
town
wanted.
graveyard would have been cool. Like, oh, you made a.
Overlook where they guys.
Guys, we're back. I don't
Deaths
remember
overlooked.
if we said we were gonna pause it, but we paused it for some time.
Yes, we had to catch up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
Catch
we're
up
back.
For the rest of the party. 15 shots later.
Yeah.
This is the most chaotic episode so far, I feel.
They buried them looking at where they
Yeah,
died.
I
Yep.
know.
Mhm.
If ghosts are like stuck to their final resting place, they're like,
You gotta be
shit.
fucking kidding me.
Y'all
This
fucked
is
up.
horseshit. Sorry. But honestly, wouldn't you just be sitting there going like, of
What?
course.
Yeah,
why
right.
not?
Did
Like,
you
it
guys
wasn't-
know it
wasn't
became
hard
known
enough.
as Dead Man's Gulch?
Of course
Oh,
it was.
wow.
And then the one woman there was like, of course it was.
There
And
wasn't
now-
a woman.
Wasn't there?
No, his name was Shannon.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Wow, you guys
Shannon.
rude as hell.
Yeah,
Wow.
Why am I rude? Why am I rude for assuming that a woman could make it through some Oregon Trail ass shit? Well, didn't make it. Within 10 days of a town.
Yeah, I definitely thought there was a woman in there.
Yeah,
as
no,
well.
it's all men. All men.
Sorry,
Oh,
Shannon.
Sorry to all the victims.
And now
again.
Shannon's standing there looking over like, people probably think I'm a girl.
Yeah. So, a member of the original 21 pack, Prester Nutter,
The
he
21
identified the remains. By process of
I'm sorry.
elimination, they determined that Frank Miller was the one that was missing his head. They went to confront Alfred, and
Was Alfred a strong man? I mean, taking someone's head off.
I'm telling you, you gotta picture him, and I'm gonna show you him at the end.
He's gonna be
Okay.
jacked as hell.
The hair?
I'm just imagining
He
a
escaped from
mustache,
jail,
nothing
guys.
around it.
By the way,
What?
from the yeah. So he got confronted, got arrested, he escaped.
Okay.
This is like the late 1800s, though.
Yeah,
Like,
literally,
I'm
it's
just-
not
I'm
that
just-
hard. I
I'm
feel.
just imagining like a guy walks by and they just punch him in the back of the head and they're like, "Okay, let me take the keys."
Yeah.
Oh, no one else is working for 3
Exactly.
days.
Yeah.
Let me leave.
Honestly, you could have gotten away with it by like literally just not saying anything.
Literally.
Like,
Probably. So
You did it, did I?
Yeah.
You haven't shot me yet. I think
Yeah.
we're good. You're probably.
do you want a
right.
duel? Like,
Yeah, what evidence?
Do you
what
want a
evidence
duel?
do you have?
sir?
There's lots of spitting. There's spittoons. They make noise.
9 years later, in 1883, when he was 41 years old, he was living
41?
under the assumed name of John Schwartz. They didn't know how he made money, but eventually he just he was just living his life. What?
He sold wallets.
Shut the fuck up.
That was his thing.
Shut up.
He used his cobbler.
It's good leather.
Cobbler trade skills
things on your feet. He used the leather from the wallets to make the shoes.
Oh, wow. Wait. We're on to something.
And that's how Jordans became a thing.
Custom.
Yeah.
Custom. That's when custom-made cobbling began.
Oh my god.
I don't know how you get this money.
Okay, anyway.
He was an entrepreneur.
CEO. Okay, sorry.
Born in 1864.
42. Close enough. But eventually, during those 9 years, he, towards the end, started going towards where people actually knew him, like at the town. Like, dumb as fuck. Like, I don't know why you would do that.
Guilty.
Well, I mean, he was carrying all the wallets of his victims.
He didn't really care.
So, he has no sense of.
So, another guy from the original 21 pack, Frenchie Cabezon, recognized Alfred's laugh in a saloon in Wyoming.
Yeah, he's probably got to have like a really weird one.
A very distinct, unnecessary laugh. Was that Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
What the fuck? And that's where Walt Disney got his idea.
So it was about 300 miles from where he actually ran from the police.
Oh, wow. You made it far.
Yeah, but I'm like, 300 miles today already seems like a lot, so imagine back in that time. Yeah. Where it was, only horses?
Country?
Yes.
Maybe a train, maybe the Pony
And you couldn't even get a
Express.
horse. Like, who's gonna give a horse?
Yeah. He fucking eats people. I mean, what sounds from eating horses, too. And he's like, no, it wasn't me. And he's like, ho ho. And I'm like, oh, it was you.
The laugh.
Like,
strange laugh cannibal.
Doesn't have a hat. I have a hat.
I have a hat.
Not me.
You have the same exact face. No, I'm maybe a cousin.
Like, that's a drawing.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's accurate.
The fucking drawing. Look! Oh, it's proof! That's him.
Guys, they do drawings now. They do sketches.
Yeah, but I trust people now.
This is a DNA test.
Okay. So,
DNA.
They got him. He went before a grand jury. They returned 5 indictments against him for the 5 murders. But he offered a second confession.
What? What's wrong with this man?
This guy is like, was he Catholic or something?
Straight
like,
stupid.
what the fuck? Literally, was he Catholic or something? Because there's no way he's just going, yep.
I confess.
Because people are just getting like hanged and like shot and murdered for every other reason in the 1800s in America. So, you know?
Let me just tell you his confession.
Oh my god. I don't want it.
It's not that different. I'll just tell you. Okay, so they left Chief Corey's camp with 7 days of food for 1 man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They encountered a snowstorm about 2 to 3 days in. They moved from the mountain to the gulch, but the deep snow was impenetrable in some places. By the 4th day, they only had a pint of flour left, but they kept going.
What? Were they trying to bake later?
Cobbler. Have to save for the cobbler.
I'm so confused.
Right? What are you making?
They were like, no, just take mouthfuls and just let it sit for a while. Like,
spin around. You just swish around your mouth. Exactly. It's the worst thing in the entire world.
That way you feel like you're eating more.
Is it just me? I mean, I would eat people after that too.
Well, 10 days they were surviving off rosebuds and pine gum. Whatever the fuck that is. Literally.
I like to imagine it's molasses, but that's what they say it is. They just chew on pine cones.
Ew.
That sounds awful. They showed depression and even madness. Obviously.
Regardless. Yeah. I mean, just before they started.
Yeah.
They got to a lake, cut the ice and tried to fish. No luck, so they kept going. Then Israel Swan told Alfred to go up and scout to see if he could find anything. Mm-hmm. And then apparently Shannon Bell had started acting crazy out of hunger. And when Alfred returned with nothing to report, Shannon was there sitting by the fire roasting a big piece of meat, which he apparently had cut from the leg of the German butcher, who was Frank Miller.
Wait, isn't that ironic? Where's Alanis Morissette, right?
Oh, the butcher,
isn't
that
ironic?
No, I thought it was funny too, that they were like...
That the butcher was the one who got fucking butchered, basically, right away.
So, well, I mean, according to Alfred's second confession.
I think first is the worst, second is the best. I think that's a good confession.
So, his body was down by the stream, and his head was crushed by a hatchet. The other guys were laid out by the fire, and they had all cuts from the hatchet on their forehead. He approached the fire, and Shannon grabbed the hatchet to attack him, so Alfred shot him in the stomach.
Ooh.
When Shannon dropped to the floor, Alfred grabbed the hatchet and used it on Shannon to hit him in the head to make sure that he was dead.
Good for Shannon. I mean, that gut shot would have taken a while.
Yeah.
Would have been a rough.
That's true, actually.
He honestly was very kind. Apparently, especially since he was a serial killer, it was nice that he just gave him a quick...
No, it would technically be a mass murder.
Yeah, right.
Because it happened at once.
Because he shot him in the stomach and hit him in the head like a kind person. who doesn't take out a mass murderer? That's nice. That mass murderer got what he deserved.
He tried to leave the next day and leave the dead, but the snow was too deep. So he returned to that area and lived several weeks off of the flesh that was already cut out.
Ew.
He tried to leave every day, but the snow pretty much fucked him over.
Yeah,
so
like the chief said in the beginning.
Yeah.
Walking up.
Yeah, and then this guy the whole time is just going...
Yeah.
They call him in as witness. He fucking walks up like... Yeah, I fucking told them.
Please remember this statement you just said right now.
I fucking told them that. Like,
just
what the
remember
hell?
that statement. So he took more flesh from the dead.
Was good, though. That was much better
to survive. Estimated he survived about 2 months.
Oh, Jesus
like this. When the snow started thawing, he packed up to go. A few pieces of flesh, a gun, and $70 he found on the men. So, like, when I heard rolls of money earlier, I'm thinking, okay, maybe $70 is rolls of money, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, back in that time...
5 cents.
Yeah.
It's physically
I was like,
money.
$70?
Here's $5. I'm going to need a room for 5 years.
I'm like, $70, I'm like, are we going out to drink? Like,
oh my god. Inflation.
The economy. Capitalism.
Yeah.
So just before he got to the agency where he showed up.
Yeah.
It's about $1,700.
Right now?
You said like $70?
70, yeah.
Yeah, in 1880.
Wait, what happened to the one guy that he said had 134? Like.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I don't know.
He's like, yeah, they had 70, and he shows up, he's like, I got $100, and it's like, what the fuck?
Guys,
where'd you get the rest?
I just want you to know.
Do your own research.
Thank you. Do your own research. We paused again, guys, for quite little few minutes.
Exactly.
Quite a little few minutes.
Yep. So we're back. Hopefully where we left off.
And hopefully there will be no more pauses.
Yeah. So before
Can we get a recap?
Right? Like...
Oh wait, no, we all remember. Never mind.
Just before he got to that agency, he ate the last few pieces of flesh he had.
Jesus Christ.
Ew.
But he doesn't have any explanation for the flesh that was left along the way.
Right.
He admitted that when he left, or when he led the group in 1874, to like search for the bodies that he said were somewhere, you know, he had not gone all the way back because he had not wanted to venture too close to the site. Like, okay, so
we get that.
That was the whole point?
That makes sense. Yeah, you almost lied, but your first confession your first confession literally fucked that up entirely. You confessed immediately.
So
the second confession was much better.
He said he escaped from jail by using a penknife as a key. He went from Arkansas, Arizona to Wyoming.
Regardless, that's no matter what, it's a full state.
I don't even know where you are. Like, what?
Literally, I thought the exact same thing.
You just like ask somebody, where are we? They're like, oh, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's
when
does
that line? Where's that line?
He's like, you're about 400 miles. It's like, what?
Right? Like,
who says? Maps?
I know.
What cartographers?
Yeah, the one cartographer, just the guy who yells in our town a lot. He always says 400 miles west, Arkansas.
So he.
The town crier.
Where was I at?
Except back in the day, everyone was crying. So was the town talker, the only one not crying.
I just really am so surprised that he confessed. Like, it was so easy to get away with things back then, and he's like, no. Like, what?
Guys, I lost my place.
I think it's the
hills. He didn't want to go too close to where they were. So he went through.
Yeah, he went
Arizona.
Yep. You're right. I found it.
Confession before
so, trial for murder began in 1883 in Colorado for Israel Swan's murder.
Wait, just one?
Israel Swan?
Yes. Whoa. Exactly.
Was that the guy that didn't have a head?
Yes.
No.
What?
No.
That was Shannon. No. That wasn't Shannon. Who was it?
The butcher.
Oh, the butcher. Damn it. It was the ironic one.
So, Israel...
He was a cop.
Israel's remains show evidence of hand-to-hand struggle, indicating Alfred was more violent than just shooting him in self-defense. Mm-hmm. It was also Shannon Bell who Alfred claimed to shoot, not Israel. So that's a little off from his story.
That's super awkward.
So Preston Nutter, who testified that, like, you know, he saw the bodies, he, like, said, like, these were the people.
Could you imagine? That's your best witness.
So
the guy who saw the bodies first.
Thank you for saying that. So he testified what he saw at the site. No one that had experience in criminal investigation testified.
Whoa. Are you?
No.
Is he about to get acquitted?
The coroner wasn't even called because he wrote nothing down.
Right.
Do you not remember that?
I do. Son of a bitch.
Wow.
And this is years later. This is so.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Wasn't this multiple years?
But
later?
they're definitely not.
Oh yeah, like 10 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
So
see, it wouldn't matter if they'd done it right away and just. What happened to the no due process?
It was basically they just brought people that were like, the jury is gonna have to believe them.
Jesus Christ.
So Alfred took the witness stand to defend himself for 2 hours.
Ted Bundy could have gotten
apparently he told huge lies. 1, his age. 2, the nature of his military service. 3, the cause of epilepsy. He said that he got it from walking guard duty. But we don't actually know if it was, like, from that or before. I feel like it's before because he got kicked out because of it.
Yeah, I would like to say no.
But, you know,
The jury was like, no.
He denied any blame in the deaths of most of the pack, but he admitted to shooting to one. Mm-hmm. He said the ones who survived longer ate the others. Said he was gone for all the bad stuff because he was scouting for actual food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly,
right? He kept leaving.
All of the death.
Okay, so there's 6 people in camp. He leaves.
No,
he comes back,
he's
there's
the
5
6th.
people.
No, he's the 6th person.
There's 6 people in camp. He leaves. He comes back. There's 3 people left. I mean, what happened to those couple people? And all of a sudden he leaves again. Like, oh, let me go scout. We clearly don't need as much food, so I'll be gone less time. And he comes back. There's one guy left trying to kill him. I totally get it. Named Shannon too. Wouldn't trust him.
Wouldn't trust him.
This is the story. I'm sure he said, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Because it was the truth. Checkmate. And he said, "Do you believe me?" And the jury went, "Yeah, sure." and he walked. 10 years later, and nothing written down. I don't get it.
So he just kept contradicting his second confession and trying to make his case with lies. So he was convicted of premeditated murder for Israel Swan and condemned to hang in 1883.
Just for the one.
Oh my God.
But he got out of it.
What?
2 years later, he got another trial. I don't know how.
Oh, this is like death penalty?
Yeah.
Okay.
The appeals
Hit him
process,
20 years early.
I mean, really, is there really appeals process back in 18 whatever? Like,
yes.
There is, actually.
Yes.
Is there?
Yeah.
No, there is. It's bullshit. It's always
It's
been.
bullshit.
It's bullshit. It's only the
there.
people. Okay, so I was
a lawyer. Shut the fuck up, Jack.
I was a bad lawyer. I saw it a lot.
So the Colorado Supreme Court set aside the murder conviction based on a technical oversight that he had been arrested when Colorado was a territory, but tried when Colorado was a state.
Dumb.
What difference does that make?
Literally, I know, right?
Colorado did not exist.
Oh
How can we judge him by the laws of Colorado?
Literally.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Some sweaty guy with a white hat is... That's
He
it.
didn't know murder was bad. Would be a bad
Murder
thing.
wasn't even a definition here until a year later. Checkmate.
But some say he committed the crime on an Indian reservation, so he should have been tried in federal court rather than state court. However, he was retried
They were busy.
in 1896 when he was 54.
Oh my God, they really just keep
For
going.
all 5 deaths.
Wait, wait. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. He doesn't get convicted. Want to know why? Because no one wrote anything down. It just keeps working.
They convicted him.
Wow.
I'm proud. I'm
Some
legit
say
proud.
it was the same jury.
No.
I highly doubt it.
There's no way. That feels like
But
not allowed.
some say.
If there's any due process at all, I doubt the same jury exactly.
And
nostalgia.
he got 40 years, 8 years per death.
Wow.
You gotta like that.
Oh my God, we still have 2 more pages.
That's wild. That's not very long.
3 more pages.
I mean,
actually.
well, I guess he was already 50, whatever.
Like 51.
Yeah. At 55, on
Oh my
August
goodness.
7th, 1897, he wrote a letter to a news outlet with the longest version of the story.
Wow.
How
He
long?
claimed that before the 6-pack had sent out away from the 21-pack.
So the Bush Lights.
Yeah.
The Bush Lights were a group, but then the Bud Lights walked off.
The 21-pack was already starving and suffering.
What?
Chief Corey helped them and told them, what? The mountains were impassable and to not fucking go.
I said
However, you know what?
Maybe.
They went out
don't do it.
anyway.
I said don't do it 3 times.
Alfred said that their provision lasted 9 days. 3 days, they ran out.
9 days?
They cooked their rawhide moccasins
Ew.
and ate them, and then just wrapped their feet in blankets.
Oh, so that's why nobody had shoes?
It all comes
It's all coming
It's
together.
all coming together. These details didn't make any sense until they do.
He told the same story of arriving at the Lake Fork and Gunnison River. Oh, turn on the light for the delivery. I just
For the
realized.
delivery of this final bit of
I forgot that
Killer Reactions
we're also
episode that's
recording.
gonna
Yeah,
happen.
we're getting food right now as well.
We're always
They camped. Alfred went to scout. You know,
A
as
scout? The
Maybe
name
that's
of a
a
person
true
there you went to eat?
part of the story because it is in every version of events.
I like to think this. He murdered everyone and then walked out and said, "I'm scouting." That's what I'll
In
say.
case they look for my footprint.
It's the only thing I'm convinced of. And he comes back and he goes, "Oh." He does his weird
So when
laugh.
he came back, Shannon Bell was alone. Shannon came at him and Alfred shot him in self-defense. Then he realized everyone else was dead. He sat and then saw some flesh Shannon cut from Frank Miller, but he didn't eat it. He covered the dead and went back to sleep.
He's like, I'd rather have this moccasin.
Yep.
But
But then in the morning he ate some.
I got 2
And then
size
fell
6s
ill.
left.
Ew.
He wandered about 40 miles and then made it to the agency. And the story was pretty much the same as his second confession. So
Do you
like,
think he knew he was that close?
No, I don't get it. So in that one, he says that he came back and only one person was alive.
He thought everyone was alive, and then someone attacked him, and then he saw everybody was dead. In the first one, he saw people were dead, and then the guy came to attack him, and then killed him.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the details are pretty shitty.
So his last days, guys, we're so close.
Did he write anything
We're
down?
so close. After serving 16 years, he petitioned for parole. He was denied.
Of course.
Oh no.
He made another application for parole due to his deteriorating physical condition, and it was approved in 1901 when he was 59.
That's messed up.
Thank you. He had Bright's disease, which referred to a group of kidney diseases now known as acute or chronic
cannibalism.
Nephritis.
That sounds like an Egyptian death god.
Wait, so when did he die? Because if it's not within like 2 years.
Calm down. Just wait.
It is.
I don't remember what we paused on again. God
Bullshit.
damn.
That's what we paused on.
Too many pee breaks.
Oh no, he got out.
He got out.
2 weeks later.
Right.
He also persuaded prominent men around the state, notable reporters, and the owners of the Denver Post to sign a petition. This is how he got out.
Oh.
And the owners thought that they could get Alfred as a sideshow freak in the circus for their profit. I don't know how.
What?
Yeah, it was on there, and I was like, that's weird.
To see this murder.
Real early 1900s.
Yeah.
So he worked, when he got out, he worked as a guard at the Denver newspaper, but he was like, fuck the city life. Yeah.
How is he working when he's about to die?
Right?
That's what I want to know.
With his fucking, what is it? Chronic nephritis?
Nefertiti or something?
Yeah. So he didn't like the city and was like, fuck that. So he moved to a more rural area, and then he managed 2 mines.
What?
Yeah.
Why is
so he
he
went on to live his whole life.
Huh?
I said so he went on to live his whole life.
And then he was referred to as a nice old man.
Yeah.
In late 1906,
what the fuck is happening?
when he was 64, he was found unconscious a mile away from his home.
Good.
And in April of 1907, he died from a stroke.
Finally. Wow, not even from the fucking kidney shit.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when I read that, I was like, what the fuck?
That is a wonderful example of how the justice system is
just before he died, he sent a letter to the governor.
4th confession?
To be a... That would have been good.
The 4th confession.
This is the real one.
This is the real one, bitch.
He sent a letter to the governor for a pardon.
What?
But the governor was like,
what?
No.
Who are you?
Pardon? Pardon, sir, you're already out of...
Pardon me. Sorry.
Excuse the fuck out of you.
He was buried at the government's expense because technically he was a military veteran.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
What side did he fight on? We thought the North, right? I just want to confirm.
Which one?
I think
the
so,
North between the South.
Minnesota?
Which one's Union?
Yeah, the North is the Union. And Iowa's definitely in the North, so I think it was on the Union side.
Me too.
Oh, good.
He received $25 a month in disability pension that he filed for while he was in prison due to his epilepsy.
Ew, this guy was gross.
Literally, like, he's the worst. And his supposed last words were, "I'm not guilty of the charge."
Which one, you sir?
There's 5, sir.
Yeah.
And now I just have fun facts.
I'm sorry,
Are you ready?
The whole thing
Yes.
fun facts?
Okay. So, apparently there was a confusion on the correct spelling of his name. In official documents and military court proceedings in his tombstone, it's spelled Alfred, like Alfred.
Yeah.
But then he has it spelled Alfred with the E and the R switched sometimes for his first stint in the military, and he also had it tattooed on him.
What?
As Alfred.
No regrets.
Yeah,
and they're like, it's the tattoo artist either made an error and it amused him and he was like, fuck it, it's funny, or just like it was a mistake and like whatever. So it's like whatever you want to believe.
Yeah.
I like to think that he got the tattoo and went, I guess this is my name now. That's it.
And he was never charged, tried for, or convicted of cannibalism or anything related to it.
That felt like the most deserved thing to
right?
be told. You are a cannibal, sir, and that is most of the reason you're here right now.
That was another consistent part of the story. He was like, I did eat them.
Yeah. We ate people.
But let's be honest, who knows how often that came up, you know? Where people were like, I ate people, and it's like, yeah, so did half the other people who live here.
Yeah.
How do you think we fucking got here? Jesus Christ, yeah.
We were all just smart enough not to say anything.
Yeah.
20,000 fucking people leave this one city, and 100, end up here. Like, do the math. I mean, there's no way. There's no fucking way.
All right, so I have 5 more little facts.
5?
1. The University of Colorado at Boulder named their student cafeteria the Alfred Packer Memorial Grill, apparently as a derisive statement about the food served there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's still
people.
stupid.
It's people.
Right? A documentary movie was made, The Legend of Alfred Packer, as well as two musicals. One is supposedly called Cannibal the Musical, and is said to have been made by the creators of South Park. And the other, Alfred Packer the Musical, which is clearly amateur attempt at either filmmaking or internet joke. A roadside attraction on the way to Lake City along Cannibal Trail made light of the fact that 5 men died, with caricatures and cannibal collectible dolls. 4. At the Hinsdale County Museum, one can see an alleged skull piece from one of the victims, the shackles that Parker wore in prison, and buttons from the clothing of the victims.
Ew, weird.
Yeah. That reminds me of the Black Mirror episode.
Yeah,
you remember?
where they have all the... Yeah. I
Yeah.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Guys, you know. If you know, you know.
I don't know.
You do know.
They're
Where the girl goes to kill or save the hologram.
Oh my gosh, spoiler alert.
Bitch, that has been out for years.
Oh.
Okay, Miss
yeah.
Sleeping Beauty, you're like, don't spoil the ending.
Sleeping Beauty?
Wait, what movie was it?
I was like, Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, there was one movie where I was like, oh yeah, in the end, blah, 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 and she's like, oh my gosh, and it's a movie from like 1942.
Spoiler alert. 1942.
I believe that. I really believe
Bitch,
that.
how am I supposed to know what those damn ruby slippers do? Like, you don't just say that.
Did she grab it?
She did. She grabbed
does.
it right off the
she
table.
does do that. Yeah.
She's like,
Okay. Anyways, last is that thousands of tourists visit their grave every year.
Wow, that's so weird.
It's so morbid, but like
Yeah.
I see why.
It's so
Is there
crazy
anything
because
else
all of
around
them.
there?
I mean, it's in Colorado, I think. So
Mom,
probably a lot.
So weird though. Yeah, it is pretty morbid.
West Virginia. Wait, no. That's...
West Virginia. Is there a
Fuck
song?
off.
But how do you only get 8 years per murder? I feel like we should
Back
move
in the
to
day.
Back in the day, they were
standard
like,
of,
we just gave you 5 life sentences.
Yeah. Oh wait.
No, that's what I think about it.
So all of a sudden it's like
Very
1920.
true.
they're
No,
like, oh,
I
people
thought
live
about
a little
it. They were
longer.
like, he's like 50-something, 60-something. I'm like, I thought you'd be like dead by now. You know what I mean?
Reasonably, how long is he really gonna live?
Everyone else is
Exactly.
like, you're old as hell right now. Like, you're lucky.
Oh,
for giving you
okay.
this life
So
sentence
did you
right
guys
now.
picture his face? Because I forgot that was the last thing.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
imagine a mustache.
We're going to try to finish it before a full hour, which is in 40 seconds.
We didn't take our shot yet.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ready? Here.
He
Did
does
you picture
have
him?
a
Ew, he
mustache.
definitely looks creepy.
He
but
looks
that's
scarier
not
than
what
I thought he
picturing.
would.
Okay,
Honestly,
take your last shot, everybody.
no, I lied. He looks pretty fucking. He looks like he was
Gabby.
in the war.
This is a. You didn't put
She's
it.
doing it. Okay,
Yeah.
she put up.
What a
Gabby,
liar.
you don't need to do 2
Okay,
shots.
cheers.
What a
Before
liar.
it's about to go out.
Do it.
Oh, We're not. We're
3,
gonna
2, 1.
We're gonna pass an hour. I just know it.
Well, you're wasting your fucking time. Yeah. Come on, take the damn shot.
I am. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. Yeah. He looks like he's.
That juice is obvious.
Yeah,
Russian.
really
I'm getting
weird.
a Russian.
Okay. Yeah, he looks like
the mustache.
American.
And,
but
yeah,
I guess
and I think
everybody
it's the.
else
I think it's
like
the.
technically like not American.
The hat. Yeah, literally. I mean,
yeah.
immigrants suck, right? Yep. Made the whole fucking place.
Stolen land.
That was it. That was
That's
literally it.
So yeah, guys, thanks for listening to episode
76. Right?
Gabby's like
76.
Yes.
Alfred G. Packer.
Alfred G. Packer.
So he went on to found not only Wisconsin but also the Green Bay Packers.
Oh my gosh.
Is
that just me?
Yes.
You said something about cheese, right? There's a C word.
Anyways, thanks for
cannibalism.
listening, everyone.
Totally
Tune back in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. for new episodes. Check out killer.reactions on Instagram.
Follow me on Twitter. My @ is GabbyGBB.
How do you spell Gabby? That's
fantastic.
Oh yeah.
That's a fantastic.
I'm sorry, it's annoying because it has some underscores in it. GABI_G_BB.
You got that, guys?
Yeah.
Cool.
Everybody take the note.
Take the notes. Do it. Follow it. Like it.
Subscribe
share
it. Ring the fucking bell.
There's no bell.
Share it to your friends.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.